Right behind you. Good morning, board. To start off, I just want to say, first and foremost, you have a unlawful street closure trying to happen under the name of Scientology. Daniel Reardon and Bill Delvac are trying to do so. They're slandering countless protesters and activists, actively calling them, falsely so, as people that are physically violent. They're not. In fact, in June, there was a dentist by the name of Daniel Reynaldi who literally punched the protester. He was a Scientologist, just straight decked her in the face. He got arrested. Countless other physically violent incidents by Scientology. The fact is that that street should be used as a revenue source for the city. They are unlawfully putting up no parking signs. You should be installing parking meters there, as well as fining them for their violation of the blockade of the public right-of-way. They owe you over $1 million. Thank you.
We'll go next to Adela. Okay, why can come to you after the Zoom? There's one more speaker, two more speakers in person, and then I can come back to you after that or after the Zoom speakers. Okay. Okay, thank you. Mike Greenspan.
Mike Greenspan. Sober off. Yes, bus. There he goes again. Sounding like he did in his failed attempt for mayor. Look at his past record. Yes, he was on an oversight committee monitoring the expenditure of LAUSD school repair prop double D bonds. Yes, the committee looked for sites to build new schools. Yes, the committee was interested in buying the Van Nuys Drive. Yes, Soberall pulled out his real estate license and sold the property to Christian businessman, English supporter, and concerned citizen Bert Hoffman. Yes, Hoffman flipped the property at our expense and dealt out in game. Yes, that is how Stevie Soberall operates, with his late buddy Bertie Hoffman to line their pockets. You want to know what I think about this? It sucks a dick, like this one. And we need to get Sad Boy and Lancaster repay on both sides and do something about that dip on Sad Boy. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to Go Puppet.
Every time.
Cocksuckers came out and you restored the street lights on 8th Street, but only on the north side between Wilbur and State Street. Colorado. But you didn't do the south side of the street. All the street lights are still dark. What's wrong? How come you won't restore our street lights? And then we're going to come up with another major complaint. Underpass at the 10 freeway in Hoover. It's been taken over by gangs and drug sellers and human traffickers. No street lights at all. And there's been 39 complaints filed to get them turned on. Why does the Board of Public Works discriminate against people who are brown skinned? And you give the money over to the white-skinned area?
Yes, it is. It's actually real.
We have a bunch of cards from the same person. There's also Go Puppet and a bunch of other things. So, you already spoken.
Okay, fuck you.
We're taking back our streets. What the called Scientology. And the reason, because Obama fucked the leaders for 8 years. This fucking, is he a president or is he a puppet like me? I don't know, but the truth is, you guys are puppets because you have put up with my puppet shit. And now
with 6 minutes left for general public comment. Out of LA, did you want to speak now, or? Okay, we'll go to the Zoom platform.
Very well. Thank you for the question. Children's voices matter.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry I didn't answer right away, and I apologize for using the N-word. I think that's disrespectful. I would like to propose that L. Ron Hubbard Way be renamed in honor of all the abused children in Scientology then and now. So many have taken their own lives. We must honor the children. Thank you. I yield back my time.
Next to Gigi.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay, first off, shout out Smoking Scan, what's up? Okay, I agree with what Marini was saying in person about getting the meter parking and L. Ron Hubbard Way between Sunset and Fountain. Recently, a couple days ago, the city of Clearwater, Florida, basically sold a street to Scientology for like $1.3 million. If they're coming to you for a streetification on L. Ron Hubbard Way, they need to add 2 digits to that or do not accept it. You need to worry about getting money into the city, so I get that you would jump on something with a high offer, but think of all the money they owe you already. Collect their fines, find new fines for legitimate things that they're doing wrong, get metered parking, and have them give your city money that way for the fines that they owe you guys. Do not sell L. Ron Hubbard Way. Thank you. I yield my time.
We'll move next to Jill Jewell.
Please do not allow the scourge of Scientology to affect your city by making it a Vatican city and selling off that area of L. Ron Hubbard Way of the cult of Scientology street they think they own to you. You don't let them buy you off by letting the lobbyists come in there and pay you off. That's absolutely disgusting. It should be illegal because there should be a separation of church and state. And if you do find out, just like they released the JFK file today, there's going to be files released and all of your names are going to be written all over it. Do not buy into that. Do not be bought off. Do not pour yourself out for the cult. Bye.
Clerk. Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning to you. I have a major concern about the so-called public meeting that was closed off to the public last night. We waited all day yesterday for that meeting. Please and thank you, take note, and I yield back my time.
We'll move next to Mary.
Yes, I need to second regarding the street vacation of Elroy Market Way. So 2 days ago, Clearwater, Florida, City Council sold that piece of road to Scientology based on a false promise of improving the city's vitality and creating parks and so forth, based on a video that Scientology showed to the city council. So basically, there's no contract in place for them doing their part of the projects that they have done to the city council. I really hope this is not going to happen also in Los Angeles. Because
Guys, for what it's worth, if you call in and just at least try to keep on one message, it makes it look stronger.
That's all. Thank you.
So far, y'all been doing good.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Eddie. Thank you, commissioners. Hello again, it's me, Mona. 2 things. The no parking signs on Hubbard Way are illegal and shouldn't be there. People should be reimbursed for tickets or fines that they've had all of these years of parking on there, and the enforcement. The second piece of that is the street vacation. we've seen them through the CPRAs that Bill Delbeck and his law firm has been coming in to lobby for the street vacation. That is a main artery for the city, for the hospitals, and for the public. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
The person that is exhausted the 10-minute allotment for public comment for this morning's meeting.
Okay, we will close the general public comment portion for today's meeting and move on to
Well,
agenda item
it's disrespectful.
I apologize.
public comment.
What y'all think?
Apologize for that interruption.
The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public wishing to speak on more than one item during the multiple agenda item comment for up to 1 minute per item for a total of 3 minutes. This is the only time to speak on more than one agenda item, and we'll start with audit L.
Shout out to this Steve family who's joining us today. They're huge and it makes me really happy to know that the city meetings are branching out. All these circles here. Talking about bids, I've been talking about bids for a long time. About, it seems like you guys take the, well, I guess you're forced to take the lowest bid, which, it makes sense. It sounds good in theory, right? Take the lowest bid because it costs the city the least amount of money. And so I support that idea as a concept, but there needs to be better oversight in the fact that you need to, because what happens often is that they come back to the trial for more money. It's like, okay, we did our bid, we got the lowest bid, but now we need $10 billion more because, we need to make it, a little bit fancier. We need to make it like Disney. We don't need Disney, we need infrastructure that works. If you, like I said, you can always bring Disney or other entities in to provide money or to make it Disney-esque. I think it's a great idea because you turned our water reclamation into like a Disney park, and which is fun, it's great, but I don't want that paying for it, neither does smoke and scam. When it comes to, so be careful with these bids, have better oversight. And with expenditures and stuff, yes, we have to pay our bills, you have to do all that, but in the meantime, you have all these bills, right? A good way to bring money in would be to collect the fines. I see a lot of fine forgiveness. And there's so much money on this agenda right now, so I'm on all topics right now, Mr. City Attorney, that you could, like we said, we called out where you could get money by putting in parking meters on L. Ron Hubbard Way, because it is a no parking, it is not a no parking street. They've been lying to the city, and the city's been buying it, believing it, and from allegedly. And so you can also collect the fines. There's a lot of fine forgiveness, which shouldn't happen when we're so broke. I think Smoke and Stan would agree with that, right? Collect the fines that you can collect. And when it comes to the sidewalks and all that, we've already brought like the one on Figueroa, not Figueroa, that's Ray and Strip over there, Surf Guy, on Fountain. I can't go down a whole city street. Like I said before, it creates a moat. Scientology wants this moat. They want this street, a sidewalk that, they want the street, obviously, they want to, privatize it so we can't go down there. But why should there be an entire block that I can't access in a chair? I have almost slipped out of my chair, and I did get stuck there, and I needed somebody to unlock my chair and push me out of it because it was that big of an agreement. I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today. I'm really excited about Smoke and Scan being here with us. And that's the truth. But it needs to be fixed. Thank you.
All right, next up, we'll go with Go Puppet.
What? Oh, I'm on your guys' side. I talk shit about them all the time. I'm here with Smoke and Scan, the whole crew. Yeah. Henry.
Mike.
Like, yeah. I've seen you before. I think it's funny.
Criminal activity, and God hates you, you're all running out of water. Then we go into this shit on safety. Why do we have the occult Scientology taking our goddamn streets?
That's why I'm here.
We have OSHA down there keeping ensure the safety of every pedestrian is equal access. Why is that?
So the interesting thing is,
Have equal access.
when you say they,
Scientology.
who actually did it was, it's supposed to be the city that forces, I believe, removes them when an order is issued, which it was back in August.
They got treason on this stuff.
So what happened now is they're trying the same old bullshit. The problem is, when you do that without a permit, it's actually a criminal misdemeanor, PC 647, okay? It's in violation of what they call the blockade of the public right-of-way. It's a charge criminally up to 1 year and $2,500 fine per violation per day. Each violation is a unique charge and case of its own, so it doesn't compound into one. And that's to not get away. So like if one gets dropped, but others don't, that's why they do that. I did the math already earlier. Scientology literally, as of June 2024, owes the city well over $1 million for those violations. Why the fuck are they not collecting $1 million of free money?
Because
$1 million? What the fuck?
it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah. Like, is 1 million, over $1 million for a broke ass city not worth it? They literally can't pay pensions and salaries.
I know with the deal with the budget.
Yes.
Now the contributions are coming through for those.
Yes, they're literally having to take fucking private loans and sell public assets to private lenders to just fucking live another day. That's how you sell off to private interest groups. That's fucked. You don't do that.
If it was excess property that we didn't need,
That's one thing.
years ago.
Right. But it's not. It's all vital property. Its welfare programs are getting cut. And the police departments are getting increased budgets. How the fuck does that make sense?
I'm a big critic of all that overtime because I believe you get the same quality work straight time.
And their
The
own
system know how to milk it.
But their own reports are literally saying we have exponential decrease in crime. So,
Mike Greenspan? Okay, let's first start out with number one. Yes, we're looking at probably very neglected, at least 21 or 22 blocks worth of sewers. $8,175,638. Now, the bid's been taken, and it's probably a long overdue project.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to cost more than $8 million. We have this terrible habit of lowballing numbers of this. It's been one of my pet peeves. It's not just public, it's private. I mean, one of our showcases from the past, the Bradbury Building, well, that was only double the original estimate. And I read a little history about it, and the guy who decided to do the Bradbury Building consulted a Ouija board and was told it would make him famous. Well, I guess we forgot the part where it was double. So let's say this was double. Would we be looking at 16 million? I'm just saying, we have a terrible tendency to underestimate projects. And that's sad because in a budget crunch, it'll hurt. It'll stop projects, it'll delay projects until you can find more money. Now, let's go on a couple of others. Number two, oh yes, we're modifying an agreement with Water Infrastructure Finance and Innovation Act loan agreement. $38,750 of our taxpayer money. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. We seem to be giving it away like it's water. Once again, are we underestimating things and now having to pay the piper because we haven't got our map skills proper? This city is very bad on this map. I can say that. And with people like Paul Perez having been on council, it only makes it worse because he thinks money grows on trees. So once again, you've underestimated, now you're giving more money. Now let's look at the third one. Oh, look at that. $55,000 for renewing the membership of Bureau of Sanitation 2025 Clean Water SoCal membership. And that'll be from July 1st of last year to June 30th of this year. And once again, those are expensive dues, and what are we getting for it? Are we getting anything? Oh, big hole in our pocket. More deficits in LA. money that we could use for other projects. Things like maybe paving roads, like in my neighborhood. Pothole-filled roads that need to be repaved. Instead, we're just spending it on dues. Look at the next thing. $63,450. The State Water Resource Control Board annual fees for wastewater discharge. Fees. And projects aren't getting done. That sucks. A big one.
That's 3 minutes.
All right. Next up is Marini.
Shout out to Smoke and Scan. Listen, I'm going to keep this very to the point, okay? Number one, you're talking about estimates of budgets. You know how you can get more money? It's actually quite simple. You don't need to tap into any expenditure accounts. There's two great streams. One is you issue penalties for the fact that Scientology has violated 5611 and 5612. Each of those violations, $2,500 per violation per day. Each violation is a new charge. Is that correct? 5611, 5612. City Attorney, you have it here on record. You can clarify. I did the math. This $8 million you're requesting, at least 2 of it can be covered just by those fines alone. And not only that, 647 PC is a criminal misdemeanor that you can fine them with for each charge. Moving on to number 2. Okay? Moving on to number 2. Why are you going after a specific appropriation fund? Why are you not tapping to yet another 2 streams of revenue? You have parking fees that you can get via legitimate means. You don't have to harass people. You can simply install meters and you can legitimately obtain it. That's a fact. It's a public street on L. Ron Hubbard, and that's a fact. You can get money legally that way. You can also prosecute them via, again, $2,500 a day per violation. Per day, each one is a new charge. Okay? Do the math. $2,500 to over 250 planters, and you can backdate it. Moving on to number 3. Okay? You have yet another $55,000 expenditure that you're costing. Why are you not even soliciting any CIS reports? And why is it at the bonk meeting for the Board of Neighborhood Councils, it was discovered the East Hollywood bid, okay, led by yet another Scientology affiliate, Jeff Zeranim, who's not holding these meetings for over 3 months now, and they're discussing some of these very same projects over 3 months. 3 months. How can a neighborhood council bid who's discussing these very same projects not being told to step down? That is a disgrace. What are you doing? I want to file a cure and correct right now. I want my cure and correct. Are you going to take my cure and correct? Are you going to take my cure and correct? Yes, it is. Cure and correct right now. I want my cure and correct. Cure and correct right now.
I'm going to need you to step out, please.
It's my right to file a cure and correct. Whether you act on it or not is different. I'm asking him if he's going to take my cure and correct filing. Are you going to take my cure and correct filing? Yes or no? Are you going to take it though? Are you going to take it? Yes or no? Are you taking my cure and correct? So you're refusing. Is that correct?
He's not refusing.
Thank you. You're refusing my cure and correct.
He's not refusing.
You're refusing my cure and correct. Thank you. That's a refusal. That's a refusal of a cure and correct, and you know it is.
Sir, this is your last warning. He is leaving the room. We'll go with go.
All right, we're going to file a cure and correct now. Hi. Good. Do you mind if I just get one blank sheet of paper? I need to make a file, but I don't have a blank top. Either work. That's okay with you. I can certainly take that. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you have one, yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Thanks. I will be. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be right back. All right. For those that don't know, I can file an cure incorrect now for being cut off during my public comment period. So hang tight. I'm gonna put the camera up. That is exactly how so the way it works, basically, they can't vote on anything. They have to, any vote they make is null and void. They can do two things. They can continue to vote today, but the whole votes are completely gone. They are void, so their votes will not count. And all they have to do is, if they don't do it today, which definitely doesn't look like they're going to do, they have to reopen the same agenda at a different time, give notice, and allow me to resubmit my public comment on those same items. And this gets filed. Not only does the clerk gets a copy of this, but the AG also gets a copy of this. And this is what they use to see levels of corruption and adherence to Brown Act. I'll show you guys the letter in just a bit. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll show you guys the letter so far. So the way a cure and correct works, okay, the penalties on the individuals in government that enact it is a criminal misdemeanor act of the violation of the Brown Act. The items on the agenda cannot be voted on, and the poll for any votes that have been taken have to be reopened. If they're not done on the day of the meeting, they have to, and say they proceed anyway to take the votes, those votes do not count. They have to actually go and revisit each of the items by holding another hearing. Notice has to be submitted for that special hearing, same in accordance with any other regular hearing that they have. And the person who was violated has to also be given notice to attend and provide their comments. And the way you do it is twofold. If the presiding city attorney refuses to take the filing, that in and of itself is a violation. You can still file it with the clerk's office. You're supposed to get it stamped, and then get a copy of that stamped. And when you rack up enough of these, then you can sue the city. Right now, I have 6 filed. After this, it'll be 7. So that's how that works. That's the letter right there. I'm going to go ahead and make a filing right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's give these pens back. Okay. And I'll put subject, cure, and I just added the subject up top there. Karen correct. So let's go make this file. Hi, I'd just like to file and get a stamped copy of this Karen correct, please.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. So you're just dropping this off, right?
Yeah. Sorry, say that again?
Do you have a council file?
Do I have a council file?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean with it.
Do you want to just upload it to the website, or what is it? I'm not understanding what you're doing.
So basically what I'd like is just to, for you to make a copy, please, and then just stamp that you received the copy, and then I take the copy of the Karen correct.
Okay.
So I just want to get some understanding, because we do need to upload it to a council file number.
I don't have a council file number. I just have the meeting that it occurred on and the time that it occurred on today. I'm not sure what you mean by council file number.
So when this meeting happened,
Mhm.
is this towards one of the items that was being
Correct.
heard?
Correct. Yep.
So
It's
one
for.
of those items, then there's the council file number.
Yes. It's for all of them. So I commented on all of them. It would be for 1 through 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want to write 1 through 4?
Sure. Yeah, happy to. And then I'll write on this too. Thank you. All right. There you go. Stamped copy right there. I'm gonna go over to City Council. I'm gonna see if they're holding public comment. I doubt it, but they might be now. Who knows? Let's see.